Hi, welcome to Flap. In this episode, we're at the Cutters Creek Campground in Mebbin National Park. Cutters Creek Campground, or Mebbin National Park, is about a 2.5 hour drive from the Gold Coast. Basically head down the M1, turn off into the Tweed Valley Way, and then head down through to Talgum, and then you'll see signs that take you through the tourist route. Chuck a left and follow those signs and you'll see the signs that take you up through here. It's a little bit of a drive once you get off that road, probably a good 20 minutes or so in from there. Not a bad road, most of it's bitumen. There is a more dirt road as you get closer to the national park. It is pretty good quality road when we're here today, although there's the occasional killer pothole we discovered in between, so do keep your eyes open. There's a walk that goes through here, which is the Birrell Creek walk. It says the walk has changed recently, so follow the signs. I don't know what it was like previously. This is the first time that we've been here. The walk starts at the top of the campground, just behind the camp kitchen. It's a class 3 walk, but when we did it, it was a relatively easy walk. There's one or two steeper sections, but they're not that bad. Really, the hardest bit was getting off the road down onto the path to go down to the Birrell Creek area, because it was quite a fair bit of a drop and there was no steps or anything. So if you get down that bit, you'll be able to handle the rest without too much trouble whatsoever. The walk itself, look, it was all right, nothing spectacular. The walk down to the creek, pretty much the same, nothing spectacular. The creek's reasonably pretty, but once again, nothing spectacular. But look, if you do come here and camp the night, which we're going to look at doing because it is quite a pretty little campground, do the walk just for a bit of exercise and a bit of a wander through the bush. If you do want to do the walk, I'd leave yourself probably about 2 hours to do it comfortably. It's not a long walk, it's not a hard walk. We have been here after it's rained quite heavily in the last couple of days. It is very wet, there's a lot of water on the path, so I would be bringing good sturdy shoes with you. The campground itself is quite nice. There's basically 2 areas. Where I'm standing now is looking up into the campground, so the bush is behind me here. So up to my right is the campground area and down to my left is the day use area. Both of them have pretty good facilities. The day use area has a couple of chairs, a very nice shed with table and chairs underneath it, and there's some timber barbecues here, so you do need to bring your own timber. It is a national park. The campground, on the other hand, is got very nice facilities. There's a couple of, I don't know, they're electric or gas barbecues through there. A very nice shelter shed up through the back there with a little fireplace. So in winter time you can put a fire on there and cuddle up around that sort of thing with a glass of port or something maybe. There's about 12 campsites here. They're all numbered, and as with every national park these days, you need a book before you get here. In terms of facilities, there's just drop toilets, there's no showers. Most of the campsites you would be able to get a small van into. I wouldn't really bring a big van into here. In terms of bird life, most of what we've found has been actually in the campground or very close to the road or to the just at the beginning of the walk. There wasn't really much in the walk. Once again, what you found here is typical of the sort of things you expect to see in a hilly campground area in this part of the world. So lots of eastern yellow robin, lots of various types of thornbills, whipbirds, Lewin's honey eaters. The nice thing about being up this high in this part of the region, what we did do is this morning when we were here early, we did get some sightings of some Woompoo Fruit-Doves and white-headed pigeon as well, so that you can get something a little bit different if you're here early enough. In summary, Cutters Creek Campground at Mebbin National Park. Look, it's a pretty enough little spot. There is some bird life, but I just do it for a weekend in all honesty. So until next time, this is Flap. Happy birding.